What questions are your clients asking now that they weren't asking a year ago?
They're asking a lot of questions around how they can consume data in more natural language kind of ways and have it more predictive, and then how can that data then flow into task delegation and actually do something with it.
Now they're really looking at ways that they can consolidate decision making, so really investing in technology that can scale, not just from a performance standpoint, but also to solve multiple different problems within the firm.
So a year ago, people mainly cared about what the data was being used mostly. Now that mainly isn't enough to be able to verify it quickly and automating processes. So workflows is now the new thing. Everyone's asking agentic AI and automating the process with no code.
The biggest questions coming up time and time again is, do you integrate with AI?
More and more, we've actually been asked to kind of front the law firm, as in go out and meet their clients, almost kind of like show ponies, I suppose, because clients are asking the law firms, hey, what are you guys doing with AI? What are you doing to help improve the service you're providing us? How are you making things more cost effective? And rather than the law firm just share the view they've been sharing for years, the clients are actually hearing direct from us. So I guess it's a bit more believable, provided the law firm trust the vendor, of course.
Much more focused around team structure. So what kind of roles do we need to make sure we have successful AI implementation? What effort needs to come from which departments? Who needs to have what skills? We're seeing a lot more of that now than we were last year.
I think a lot of customers are now talking and thinking in terms of systems of AI and how they can really apply and build out systems that can scale with the scale of their ambitions. So before it was kind of like small tools, small use cases. Now as they're getting more familiar with how they can accelerate their ability to use AI, they're thinking of in systems terms, which means how do I apply search across 100 million documents? How do I classify 100 million documents? How do I make how do I work in an agent-ready fashion so that all of these different use cases we can now deliver across our entire client base?
I think most of the questions are coming from fragmentation and more tech tools coming into the companies, more and more data get fragmented. Before I think it was more like digitizing. Now it's interconnecting data and trying to make sense out of the data that they already have in many different systems.
It's probably unfair to say all clients weren't asking this, but there's certainly been a massive acceleration in clients wanting to understand how we can use AI capabilities to accelerate. So I think we're moving from a nice to have or an enhancement to becoming a technical state.
So it's all about Copilot. It's about deploying Copilot through the firm. But the concern now, that they weren't concerned about a year ago, is how do we put the guardrails on?
Right.
How do we make sure that they're not finding out data within OneDrive or SharePoint they can't get to?
Right.
Because there've been some disasters.
I suppose it'd be something along the lines of, won't Claude or something like that, a product like that, just do all this for me? I think we're detecting like a new wave of hype and excitement around agentic AI that wasn't there in the past.